Hey guys, this is Anita. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a tag video. I was looking at the list of videos I need to film. Almost all of them are reviews back to back. I like filming videos and I like watching them, but I like some variation. So I decided to do a tag video and came across this Unpopular Opinions 2.0. First I thought this is called 2.0 because people are doing it the second time or the second year, but actually these are completely new questions. Elliot Brooks came up with these new questions inspired by the original Unpopular Opinions tag. I did that original tag last year, I believe in April, so it's right time to do 2.0. Let's jump right into the questions. Question 1. A genre grade you don't get the hype for. Well, the first question itself will bring me trouble because most of my friends love this series. I am picking First Law trilogy. I actually liked First two books, Blade itself and Before They're Hanged, but I was little underwhelmed with the final book, Last Argument of Kings. So, as a trilogy, entire plot did not make sense to me and I did not connect with the themes Abercrombie explored. I heard actually great things about the second trilogy and standalones. I'll get to them one day. I need a break actually after the third book. I just don't get the hype around this first trilogy. They are good actually. Definitely I liked first two books when I look at them without anyone talking about it, but maybe because of my expectations, maybe because of how late I read them recently after hearing everyone talking about it, maybe because of that they did not reach my expectations. Question 2. An adaptation you wish was never made. This is going to be tricky because all the crappy adaptations I saw, I did not read those books actually, because I saw those movies first, like Golden Compass. I didn't even understand actually that movie, and that didn't inspire me to read the books. Even Divergent series or Maze Runner series, they did not inspire me to up the books. I liked some adaptations like Stardust, Chronicles of Narnia. After watching them, I actually picked up the books and I read them. I did not have actually enthusiasm to watch Rings of Power or Wheel of Time. I'm actually through book 5 in Wheel of Time. I am planning to watch the show. I want to give it a chance after reading all the books in the series, but what I heard from my friends so far isn't motivating me to watch it. Maybe I'll change my mind when I watch it. We'll have to see. Question 3. A book or series you have to fight back your inner snob because you kind of think people just don't get it. Definitely Broken Heart trilogy. I mean, my first thought was obviously LPQ, Long Price Quartet. I loved that series, but I already talked a lot about it last year, almost in all my tag videos, so I decided to go with Broken Heart trilogy. I don't mind people not enjoying that trilogy, but people questioning the worthiness of it winning Hugo, that gets to me. The structure of those books, world, the themes Jemison explored, the choices characters had to make, just incredible. It's okay if people don't like it, but if when they dunk on it, that makes me sad. Question 4. A book or series you are tired of everyone hating on. That's easy. Rainwell Chronicles. Oh my god, 1-star reviews of Dragon Keeper infuriated me actually. I recently posted a video talking about Rainwell Chronicles, of why it is equally good as Live Ships. I don't mind actually defending it again. Most of the 1-star reviews talk about hating one character, Taimara. That actually drives me crazy. They talk about how they hate love triangle in this. For starters, two guys are interested in her. They're pressuring her to have sex with them. She clearly says no. That's not a love triangle. And people don't talk about those guys pressuring her. They hate her for thinking about them. That does not make sense to me actually. I totally understand if they hate her POV because that all the drama happens in her POV, but in the reviews they wrote they hate that character. She is a heavily marked Rainwilder. Her own mother doesn't like her. She went through a lot of rejection as a kid in her own community where people treat her as waste of resources. for her to live. So she had the trauma. She does not want to get into any kind of relationship because she doesn't want to put any child to that kind of trauma. It just makes me so sad that people hate her without understanding that trauma. Question 5. A book or series everyone thinks is really powerful but you did not connect with. I am going to pick Greenbone Saga. Actually, I liked these books when I read these. First 2 books I think I gave around 4.25 stars, and Jade Legacy was 5 stars for me. I actually included that book in the best books I read in 2021 list. I filmed that video immediately after finishing the Jade Legacy and I really liked it at the time, but I don't think about those books anymore. They are good actually. I like the characters and the character development, but I get surprised when people hype those books the way they talk about it. They're good, but not that great the way people talk about it. Question 6. A character you don't get the hype for. God, I think this is my most unpopular opinion. I am going to pick Glokta. I liked Glokta. I rooted for him. I wanted him to win during the political conflict. But I'm surprised at the way people talk about Glokta like he was the best character ever written or he is a good person. Glokta is definitely not good person. He has his flaws. It was implied that Glokta is smart. I do think he was smart in book 2 during the defense of Dagaska. But Glokta takes down enemies by torturing people, by threatening them. That's more like using his power rather than using his brain. I don't know, that's how I felt. Maybe reading Parker spoiled me for intelligent characters. KJ Parker's characters are very intelligent. Maybe my expectations were that level. I don't know. I mean, Glokta is definitely smart, but not as smart as I expected. At the same time, he threatens people to win actually. He is definitely a complicated character. His inner monologue is fascinating. He's a good character, but I don't get the hype. Question 7. A book or series everyone wants an adaptation for, but you don't. Mistborn. I like Mistborn, but I have no interest in watching the adaptation. Actually, Kelsier is one of my favorite characters. Maybe once I see casting and how they portray Kelsier and his dynamic with his team, I would get some interest. It will definitely depend on the dynamic and his dynamic with Win. And I'm not sure how they'll be showing action scenes with all that pushing and pulling. I am very imaginative. I actually see movies while reading a book. I kind of imagine well all those action scenes. So I'm satisfied. I don't need to watch adaptation actually to see how cool they are. Question 8. A book or series you think people have bias toward and don't really love or hate as much as they claim. This is the question I struggled with because I can only guess that bias if I read the book. I decided to go with Sons of Darkness. I like the mythology in the book. I like the magic system in the... We did not get more details on the magic system. We are only told of these mudras and chakras. I'm very curious about that actually in future books. I really appreciate that part, but I'm surprised at how people hyped it for characters and world building because I did not connect much with characters. Actually, I know these characters. This book is inspired by Indian epic tale Mahabharata. I loved these characters growing up. There is a lot of depth to these characters, but I did not care about them in this book because clearly the author is a big fan of A Song of Ice and Fire. So he gave that twist, he added that twist to each and every character. I think there was a lack of depth for each character in trying to put them in these molds of A Song of Ice and Fire characters. Like one character went into the mold of Arya. One character went into the mold of Sansa. There are so many characters, and most of the focus went into fixing them into these molds. So I don't think we got that much depth to be invested in them actually. That's how I felt. At the same time, world building was a little lacking in giving us details. Some of the characters, some of the events, when they were introduced to us, they were abrupt actually. We did not get much information. I mean, I know those characters, but it will be difficult to follow if you're not familiar in Mahabharata. There are good elements in this book, and if you're a fan of A Song of Ice and Fire, you'll definitely like it because it is a very similar to that, but I don't get the hype for it. So it's time to tag. I tag Christopher Navo, Colin from, oh my god, I'm blanking on the channel name, Colin's Corner, and Christy and Usman from Watson Books. I hope that's the channel name. I put those channel names in the description. Please check them out. They're all new channels and they're doing fantastic content. Also, if you're interested in doing this tag, go ahead. I will add all these questions in the description. Please like, comment and subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.